come on down. So guys, she's about to put me to shame. So I'm so glad that you were able to squeeze us in today.
Yeah.
So everyone say hi to Queenella. Queenella wave. Give everybody a hi. So congrats. Guys, Queenella is the Rookie of the Year in this region, and is one of our regions in the New Jersey region. And it is amazing to me. You see the picture that she had. You didn't even know I had that picture. I snuck it in there. Wasn't going to show you until right now.
Cool.
But I'm really excited because she's standing with Jim and James Weichert and with Denise Smith and Joe McDonald and Carlos Aracusa. These are all the leaders of the company, the owners of the company. And so, Queenella, what in the world did you do to achieve Rookie of the Year?
So I did $5 million in sales.
Wow.
And by the end of the year, I had a little over 20 pending or sold.
And that's buyers and sellers,
Buyers
and renters?
and sellers, yes. Renters too, yeah.
Yeah. A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, what's amazing to me is that an average National Association of Realtors will tell you, you may end up at 4 or 5 deals in your first year. So I want you to really hear what Queenella just said, 18. And Queenella, you see, I didn't try the whole name again because I kind of messed that up. Delphin. She told me to say Delphin, and I was going to get it. But you guys are not going to forget her name. And I have the link there so you can read exactly, go to the website. Okay. But it kind of blew my mind when I was there at that town hall. And then they were talking about so many things. I even think, when we look at all under one roof and everything that was happening, you were working with the mortgage people, the title, the insurance. You were really bringing the whole package together. But man, when you open up and you sung something, I mean, okay, I didn't ask. I'm going to kind of put you on the spot and just want to let you know we're live.
Okay.
Do you want to maybe sing just a bar or two?
A bar or two.
I'm just going to stand here, picking a song. Go ahead. Please.
I heard that you're settled down, that you found a girl, that you're married now. I heard that your dreams came true. Guess she gave you things I didn't give to you.
And I'm going to try to sing, and I can't. And if I was in the shower, I would sound this bad.
You sound really good.
Oh my gosh, that was beautiful. Oh my gosh, and I totally put you off guard. And I knew I was going to try to put you off guard. I wasn't going to tell it happening. Wow. Okay, that is amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, I got to get back.
Okay.
But I just want to say, for you to sound that way, that tells me you have determination, you have practice, right? You have perseverance, because you need to be able to practice and to get your voice and to do the things that you're doing. And that's kind of key in this real estate industry. And so, man, I'm about to ask you to sing again, but let's stay focused because we're live. I got to just remember what we were talking about. But let's go back. So tell me, what made you decide to become a real estate agent? Is that something you were thinking of doing even 5 years ago?
Never.
So
never.
What happened when you were deciding to do this?
So my husband and I were out shopping for a home.
Okay.
Our first purchase, we were first-time home buyers.
Okay.
And this was in 2017. While searching for a property, we had an agent representing us from another company.
Okay.
And we weren't I wasn't too excited about it. I hate to do things where I don't have the knowledge, I don't understand what's happening, and this is a big investment for me. So at the time, we were signing contracts and viewing homes, but we really didn't know what we were getting ourselves into.
And it sounds like that agent wasn't educating you and training you, so you kind of felt like you were missing out.
Exactly.
Okay.
So with all of the complaining that I was doing, my husband...
We won't say complaining. We were saying thinking of other things of how it could be done better.
Yes. Yeah, right? That's pretty much what I was doing.
Right.
Yeah, so he said, hey, why don't you go to school? I hear it's only for 2 weeks, go to school, and that way you'll have the knowledge, you won't feel so overwhelmed, and then we'd be confident in making our decisions.
And you weren't afraid to do that?
I was excited. to do something new. I mean,
Yeah.
if you look at what I've been doing the past 10 years, I've, mixed myself into everything.
Else,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So your entrepreneur spirit.
Yeah.
I can really see that.
Yeah.
And so you ended up doing the 2-week course and getting through, and I hear that you met a Weichert agent.
Yes.
Okay.
I met a Weichert agent there.
Okay, and what made you decide, you interviewed with a couple of places and with Weichert. How did you end up deciding Weichert?
So it was on my anniversary day. I met with Jason East at the West Orange office.
Yep.
And his energy was like, it was great. It felt great. The information that he shared with me just in that interview alone, I was excited and ready
Jason
to go.
is the sales manager.
Yes.
He was in West Orange and now he's in Morristown. Yep, I got you.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So, yeah, I mean, from that conversation alone, I was sold. I mean,
Wow.
the agents there at the time were doing great too, new agents. So I felt, that would be the best decision to make, to be under someone that would be able to guide me and help me furthermore in this career.
So you had that support.
Yes.
So once you got your license, how did that support in Weichert University really help you to take off? Because you had to feel comfortable and confident enough that you were staking your own money behind what you've learned, right? Because you were going out and the first house you're getting was for you and your husband. So what kind of training was involved in getting you to understand real estate?
So the Weichert University helped with the confidence that I had with making calls.
Okay.
I came in for a session, a course covering Vulcan 7 as well as the Weichert Lead Network.
Okay.
So I was able to get on the phone, and it took not even a few, 190 attempts.
Okay, I was going to say a few.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So it sounds like Weichert University was giving you a lot of training, the how-tos, and because in real estate school, what were you learning in that regards and getting ready for real estate?
Just the laws, a lot of code of ethics, the basic stuff, how to write a contract, but all of that is happening in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's kind of like, it's
and
so
it's
much.
rules and regulations, and your head is just like sinking in.
Yeah, so Weichert University.
Training?
Yeah, so Weichert University, and then Jason Meese.
Okay.
Going back to him.
No, I love it because that's the key.
Yeah.
It is an integrated approach, right?
Yeah.
It is the other agents and sales associates in the office. It is Weichert University, but it's also the sales manager.
Yes.
It's all of that combined together. And that's why, some of the sales managers, they just nickname themselves the coaches, the partners. You're on the big company team because that's important for you not to be alone. So, hey, go Jason. So you made over 100 calls. And that was your first night or second night after taking that class? You just delved in? Did you know what to say?
Weichert University, when I took the class, they gave you scripts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So everything is given.
Yes.
In your
the
practicing.
Tools were given,
all the tools were given. You kind of said, follow the process.
Yes. Exactly.
Right? And that's the beauty that we kind of have here, because when Jim Weichert began this company 50 years ago, he went through I know the scripts, I know I'm working through, he's already tried and true and tested. And that's what we're kind of using. Okay, so now I'm putting you on the spot again. So you made over 100 and something calls that first night or two, so that took a while. Did you get anything?
I had 3 appointments, but before the 3 appointments, there were a lot of, why are you calling me?
Yeah.
Don't ever call me again. And I had to take a minute. All right, get it together, try again.
Sung again? Did we get an? Okay, I'm not gonna ask. Okay. But we took a deep breath. We were like, yay. Okay, I'm gonna push my button. Yay! Yay! Right? It's kind of like a go for now. I'm gonna go for now until I get to a yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because some people kind of stop. They do 5 phone calls and then, oh, that wasn't good, and you stop. But you kept going.
Yeah. Well, there was the agent in the office. Her name is Naisha Clark.
Okay.
So that's another thing. It's like a family
here
in the office.
Okay.
So Naisha Clark would always make calls, and I got another. And I'm like, well, if she can do it, I can
do it.
So
right?
those no's, I felt like I was getting closer to that yes.
And that's good that it was that vibe and that energy of, hey, let me take you with me. She wasn't like, oh, forget
no.
So
That's
that
not the case at all. No.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
So 3 appointments. Did you and your husband buy a house?
Yes. A month after the course was completed, we
Wow.
Home under contract in October.
Okay. So tell me a little bit, you had the confidence in making the phone calls, so you got through making the cold and the warm, and you got those 3 appointments, but how did you get the customer? Did you, hey, here's everything over the phone, or did you get them to come in, or were you afraid to go for the close? How did you keep that going?
How did I keep it going? Well, so by making the call, the script was pretty simple.
Yeah.
It was, hey, listen, your neighbor sold their home for X amount of dollars.
Yeah.
Have you had any thoughts on selling?
Boom. That's it.
And it was really straight to the point, you know? And they're like, well, who are you?
Yeah, exactly. Who's this calling me again?
Exactly. But they're so interested in knowing, anyone that owns a home, you're interested in knowing the value of your property. So right away, just that quick script, I mean, yeah.
And they want to talk to you,
Yes.
not, even though they can go online and look on these different websites and everything. They want to kind of tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah.
Were you able to get the clients to come into the office and have that conversation?
With the leads that I had by phone, no. I had to actually go to where they were. Yeah, but now on social media.
Yeah.
That was a little different.
Okay. So you're on social media too?
Yes.
Okay, now that I've seen you do all of these live videos or something, and aren't you on Instagram too?
Yes.
And yeah, so you're using, what did you get from social media and using it that way?
So I made an announcement that I had my license and tried to work my Spear, and I'm Spear, sorry. And then I got an email. And they're like, hey, so you're a realtor. Can you please assist
Okay, wait a
me?
minute. So you got a client from social media by announcing
that I had a license.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. And it's funny because, when we go through, we have that initial course of Accelerate. And as you're doing all of this, it kind of says, talk to your sphere and ask and announcing yourself and let people know, right? And so that really ended up working. Wow.
Yeah, it did. It did. I got an email. She's like, I'm interested in making a purchase. I met with her. I remember it was November, and we closed in February.
Okay.
Yeah, so, I mean, that was pretty cool.
Wow.
And then while showing her, and you're not going to believe me.
Okay.
But everyone knows this happened. So while showing her.
Who do I ask? Let me text to make sure.
What started off with this? No, but seriously. So as I was showing her the property that she eventually purchased, the seller was standing there, and because I'm so nervous and careful with my buyer at the time, I'm telling her any and everything there is to know about the neighborhood and the property. The seller was really impressed. He pulled me to the side and said, listen, I know we're in under contract with this property, but I have another I'd like for you to sell for me because I really like how you care for your clients. So it's very important to be, like, regardless of what the transaction is, if it's $50,000, $1 million, in sales, like, you want to make sure you treat everyone the same because you never know who's watching.
And, I mean, I wanted to say that again. You never know who's watching because as a real estate agent, we're always being interviewed.
Yeah.
Even when we don't know that we're being interviewed.
Of course, yeah.
So, no, you cannot touch that seller. That would not be legal. But he came to you and said, I have another property.
Yes, exactly.
So he was impressed by the way you presented that property, the way you took care of your client, that he said, oh, I want that for myself too.
Yes.
And that's how all of this ends up going. And I think sometimes we forget that, right? That's how we start to build and everything. And you got a really good build and a start with Weichert Lead Network when we called Weichert.com. And, I would love for everyone who does not know about that, meet with us and we can talk to you more of how that works.
Yes.
But getting that, you had the buyer and then you had a seller and then it's just it's going through. But were you also nervous about, like, your sales price? Because some people are like, oh my gosh, when I start, I'm only do 100,000 because I'm kind of nervous. And I don't know if I could do a 200,000 or a 3, or what price ranges were you working in?
So my first deal was 250. My second deal was 260. My third one was 475.
So see how that just kept going?
It kept going up. Yeah. So the confidence came.
Yeah, and it keeps going.
It keeps going.
And sometimes I tell people, some people are like, oh no, I'm going to do that luxury at $1 million. I'm like, give me 3 at 300,000.
Yeah.
All day long. But it doesn't matter. It's kind of like just keeping that transaction and treating all the clients the way you want to be treated from there.
Exactly.
So I'm kind of curious because there's so much stuff on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone feels, oh, I can do this so quickly. What do you know now that you wish someone would have told you when you were starting out?
So on TV, you see all the glitz and glam.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you see them dressed up in suits, or they're doing fixer-uppers and they're fixing, flipping homes.
By commercial break.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun and
yeah.
a lot of smiles, but they don't show you what led up to getting that client.
Yeah.
You know, how many no's they had to receive, how many doors were slammed, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see the rejection. You don't see how they had to face different obstacles or deals falling apart before this one was actually, you know.
Yeah, and then you had to keep it going.
You had to keep it going.
Because you must have a lot of good stories already for you to get through those 18, 20. That, right? Kind of like eye-opener.
Mm-hmm.
But every time you got to say, got it, that happened, move on.
Move on. Take a minute,
figure it out.
get it together.
Right? Yeah. And put the customer first.
Yes.
Right? Because they sense when you're all about, oh, let me get paid my commission.
Yeah.
No. Be for them, and it will work every time.
Yes.
Wow, that's cool. And what else did you have? You ended up, you getting someone that supports you, and I remember you were saying that, and then also just being a part of a company that, regardless of when people are like, oh, I'm going for the split, I'm going for this, make sure you're thinking of the whole picture about support and leads in that, because you can know everything, but you don't have anyone to talk to.
Exactly.
It's not going to happen, right? Was that beneficial for you in having that support and the leads from that regard?
Absolutely. So the splits are not really a concern for me because, I mean, 100% of nothing is nothing.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So the goal is to have a support, have systems in place that, so many systems that Weichert provide that I didn't have to pay for. You know, you have co-realty, you have the Weichert Lead Network, and I mean, that alone is the support that I need to keep things going, even the CRM. That we have. So
we have so many different things.
So many different things going on.
We advance to different things.
Of
so
course.
we have one and we're going to another and do different things. So you got your rental and your first buyer seller. It sounds like it was social media, and you also did all these calls. What else did you do? Open houses?
Open houses, and now door knocking is so much fun.
Okay. So wait, a lot of people say, I don't want to spend my weekend or my evening or afternoon doing open houses. Do you really feel that you got people from open houses?
Absolutely.
Is it buyers? That was an open house?
That was an open house.
Wow.
175,000, but I walked away with 3. And they're all friends now. So.
Oh, wow.
They're all good friends.
I'll come to your open house. Yeah. Okay. So that was you sitting your own open house, or you were hosting someone else's?
So the agent in the office, again, it's like family.
Okay.
They're like, hey, Queen, I know you like to sit open houses. You have a really good listen, you know? So, I mean, that's how it works.
Yeah. But that's the whole beauty that, because we have so much inventory, many houses on the market, that we always have opportunities for open houses.
Absolutely.
So did you do it like one Sunday a month or Saturday a month? Or?
Every Sunday. Every Sunday.
Okay.
And then now at the Westfield office with Jennifer Love, they're doing Thursday Twilight. So that's exciting.
Wait, what does that mean?
From what is it, from 3 to 7 or something on? Yeah, Thursdays.
Jennifer's always so creative. As a sales manager in Westfield, wow, shout out Westfield, New Jersey. I'm loving this. Wow, and so now that's enticing people. And Jennifer amazes me because she's always so strategic. And knowing that 3 to 7 is when people are coming from school or from work or picking up kids and things like that.
Absolutely.
So, wow, she's really breaking that out and really providing new ways to help the team there get all their leads. And so, door knocking. How's that going?
So it's a lot of fun. I did that with Jennifer Love and is it Carlos? Am I saying it?
Yeah,
Carlos. So we went out and it was so much fun. Door knocking and just meeting the neighbors, telling them about now when I do open houses, that's all I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to meet the neighbors and invite them over because they're not closing the door on you.
No, and people buy people.
Yes.
Before they buy your product. That's the Joan Weichert statement, and it's tried and true in everything. And I love it because, that's something when you're saying support and hand-holding, is that your sales manager, and that was the president, Carlo, that people are coming out and going with you, the door knock or listing person, and doing these things. So that's pretty cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So you see people on TV, they're selling and they're flipping. you don't know what's happening in the background, and you're really telling people really go through and figure out and understand there's a lot of hard work in the background.
A lot of hard work.
But it's more of, do you define it because your success was treating it like a business and really putting in that time and effort and going through? Okay, that's cool.
Being consistent, constantly following up. Following up is key. I saw a lot of deals go, it was out of my hands. Someone ended up getting them because I did not follow up. You know, so following up, staying top of mind, staying present, staying active, never letting go, never giving up, and you'll see results. If you continue to do it, you'll get so lost in it that at some point when you put the phone down, it's going to start ringing. You know, like the calls are going to come in, they're going to need your help.
Never ever wait, is that what you have? Never ever give up. Never ever give up. I'm loving that. Okay, so let me catch up with them on the success plan, and then I'm gonna bring you right back.
Okay.
So guys, we're running out of time because I can't stop talking to Queenella, and I'm doing everything possible to hold back from asking her to sing one more time. But do you guys want to hear me sing? Because I can really try that. Okay, Allison and Trey and everyone is saying no, please don't go there. So hey, here's what you need to do. You need to have a one-on-one consultation. And so type in right now, and Allison will take your name and number and make sure that we have one of our consultants get back to you. Because start school, meet with a broker, pass your class, pass your state exam, join an office, and take advantage of what we have to offer, the training, leads, coaching, and support. So if you have to go, because I know we're supposed to be only 30 minutes, but I want to stay for a couple more. So I'm going to just go over a couple other things. If you have a question that you want to ask Queenella while we're here, and while we have her, because she has a couple more appointments she has to go to today, let us know. Start typing that in so, Allison can get that ready. But type it in now. And when do you want someone to reach out and talk to you? So we have people from different states here. And going to class, the cost is different depending on where you are. And the class options are different. And the key for you is to know that Weichert Real Estate School is everywhere. You heard from Queenella, she went to a 2-week class. There are 3-week classes. There are evenings, there are Saturdays. So it really depends on what will work for your schedule. But when you're ready to take the plunge, regardless of where you live, or if you are just getting started in this business, I want to ask a question. If you've been in this business for a year, do you have the support and the training and the leads that you were looking for? Because if you did you get to the point where Queenella was? Have you done 12, 15, 18, 20? If not, we should be talking. Because whether or not you want to be full-time, part-time, sell houses or commercial property, be a referral agent, the first step is taking class and getting your license. In the Weichert Real Estate School, the course will prepare you for the state exam and the fundamentals to get started. And our instructors are real estate professionals. They will give you the tips to pass your exam. Also, when you're meeting with one of the sales managers like Jennifer Love, like Jason Meese, like all of these great managers that we have across the states, you will be taken care of. And our thing is to have a consultation with you and to get you scheduled with one of the many managers so you can see the culture and environment and have that personal one-on-one consultation to really get your business off to an exciting start. So I could go over a lot more, but I don't want to. I really want to see if you have any questions before we close out. So Allison, Trey, do we have any questions?
Yes, we do. The first question I have is, how long did it take you, Queenella, to make your first sale?
Okay, you guys just ignored me right on the first time, so I understand. Queenella, please, come back. Okay, so what was the question again?
How long did it take for you to make your first sale?
My first sale, so my license was active October 31st, and the first sale closed February the following year, so October, November, December, January, 4 months.
But that's when it closed.
That's when it closed.
When did you get your contract?
The contract, that was like within weeks. I made the announcement that my license was active, and I got the email, and we met like the following week. So
yeah, so that's what I want to make sure when you say first sale, first you have to get the contract. Once you have the client, you're taking them out, whatever, you get the contract.
Yeah.
Then it can take anywhere, average, 45 days, but really 90 days to close?
Yes.
So
So
that's where your gapping is coming from.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
So that was a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now,
so my first client I had in a week. We found a home within the month.
Okay.
I'm looking at homes and I'm previewing properties and I'm working tirelessly to find the perfect match for my clients. Once you listen, I think you see the pre-approval. Sometimes you'll see the pre-approval and you just run with it. But once you sit down with the client and you really understand what they want, you try your best to find the perfect match, that can happen within 30 days.
Isn't it amazing? Because once you sit down and have, sometimes I call it the needs analysis, or, what their planning is. Once you really understand how many bedrooms and why, what kind of yard and why, and kind of take the subjective of your assumption of, I want a large backyard. Well, no, tell me what that means to you. So it sounds like you were doing all of that, and that helps you to make that turn. That's amazing. Allison, any other questions, or Trey?
Yes. How many hours per week approximately do you work?
Woo. Oh man, how many hours in a day?
I don't think I would really clock out.
Okay.
So, that's a good question. So, okay, when I wake up as early as I can. I have 3 children, in case you didn't know.
Okay.
So it's pretty tough being a mom and a wife also while doing the real estate business. So I have to wake up really early. I have to get my day started. I have to remind myself that I can do great things, and then I go out.
Positive motivation.
You got it. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And then I try to go into the office as much as I can to check my emails and follow up and make calls. But honestly, from 8 a.m. to, let's say, 7 p.m., and that's pretty much every day, but because I chose to do that.
But do you consider it work, though?
It's not work. It's just life.
You're on social media, and you're doing this, and you're, I saw you do a live open house one time, and all those things. So do you really consider that work?
It's
and
not
with your
work.
Schedule, and I think that's why you start to get tied in. So it really depends on how people want to make their schedule too, and what they want to do. And I think that's what happened to me. All of a sudden, like, oh, I'm having fun. Oh, I'm doing this. But is it, you may take a break with the kids and do this or do that and get yourself together, right?
But even then, my phone is still.
Exactly. And that's the beauty, though.
Like
you can do real estate anywhere.
Anywhere.
And with all the Weichert stuff, you can be online. You can do the contract in the car. I mean, come on. That's the beauty of it, though.
Exactly.
Right?
But it's by choice.
It's by choice. Exactly. Allison, anything else?
We have quite a few, so I'll pick
Okay.
one more.
Yeah, okay. Oh my gosh, this is exciting.
Let's see. How about, where did you get the names of leads to call?
Weichert Lead Network.
Yeah,
Weichert
she's
Lead
saying
Network.
Weichert Lead Network, and we call it Weichert.com and Weichert Lead Network, so you can hear both names. And that's really because we have all the different lead sources. And I think, did you sit opportunity time too?
Yeah, so sitting up time.
Can you explain to them what that is?
Okay, yeah. Okay, so Weichert Lead Network, as she stated, that it's Weichert.com. You're sitting at home and you make a phone call. And there's a buyer on the other line that's interested in purchasing a home or possibly selling a home. Op time, sitting at the desk, and you're there for about 2-3 hours. Calls are coming in.
But people do call.
They do call.
It's so funny to me when some people say, oh, I went to an agency and they said no one calls the main number. People call.
Yeah, so I had to sell from, actually I was making copies.
Okay.
And I was like organizing the paperwork, and someone walked in like, hi, I'm interested in buying a home. I was like, oh, well, let's go.
I can help you. Yeah,
opportunity
time. That's why it's called opportunity time.
Exactly.
Wow, so is that, so I'm hearing Weichert.com, opportunity time, and you got business from open houses.
Open houses.
And you said social media.
Yeah, and then Cold Realty.
And then Cold Realty.
Looking at expired.
And looking at expired. And so for people that don't know, that just means giving you some list of for sale by owners and expires that you can also call and reach out to and make connections with.
Yes,
that,
see who
right?
needs help. Yeah.
Okay. So wow, that's and that was going through Weichert University and getting trained, and you coach and your managers like Jason and Jennifer. That's great. What else do we have, Allison?
So
we'll take maybe like one more because we are running over, so I don't want to push.
Yeah, and if we do not answer your questions,
we will
today,
type them in because we'll make sure someone gets to you. But I know I'm seeing. I told Queenella to turn her phone off. She's like, well, I'm working on a deal, Bev. And so it is ringing over here, and I don't know what's going on. I'm seeing these messages come through, so she is like ready to go. Okay, go ahead.
So here's a good one. Did you need to develop a strategy to demonstrate to clients that you can provide superior quality service? To how do you compete against all the agents in the market?
Buyers.
Your image and
Yeah. Buyer's consultation is very important. Sitting down, you're not focused on time.
Yeah.
You take a buyer out to a house, they want to see the property. I really don't care what you're saying often, right? So having them face to face, they're sitting down and they're in an environment where it demands their attention, and you're dressed, you look like money.
Yeah, exactly.
You look like a professional.
Money begets money.
You look like a professional, and you listen. Don't be so quick to cut them off. Don't take over the conversation. Listen to what their needs on one side and try to figure out a way to help. Because if you have commission, and that's the only thing that they're thinking about, they're thinking about, they'll see that. Yeah. Just sit there in that meeting, talk to them, and the focus is, I'm here to help you.
It's so interesting that you're saying that, Queenella, because so many times people will get, oh, I want to see this house, and they're like, I'm off to the house. And you're really saying, no, buyer's consultation is so important. And it's so amazing because when Weichert University and they go through that whole training on that, a lot of people are like, yeah, I don't have time for that. It sounds like that is what helped you save time and to be effective and to really build your strategy.
Yes.
And we go by referrals in this business.
Yes.
So much, right? So, guys, I am so glad that Queenella was able to come. And I'm pinching her, so I won't ask her to sing to close us out. But if you want to sing something to close us out for 10 or 15 seconds, I wouldn't be, mad about it or anything. But I'm cracking up because she's like, look, you caught me on spot the first time. So, guys, we're already at 10:45, so I'm not going to do that again to her. But I hope that you're clapping with me because I'm so glad that she was able to come today. And I'm so glad that you have gotten something out of this. Queenella, I'm glad you're a Rookie of the Year.
Thank you.
I know you're going to be doing amazing things.
Thank you.
And I will beat you in the next singing competition.
Okay, it's on.
Because I'm going to be like, I'm a voice. Do I have a singing thing? Look, I have drums. Okay, that's So, I thought I was thinking that. Wait, hold on, I'm going to try one more time. Yeah! Okay, there we go. So, I want to get a shout out from Allison and from Trey. Say bye, Allison and Trey.
Bye.
Bye, guys. We hope you really had a good time.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And look, you're getting another client coming. God. Oh my gosh. Bye, guys.